And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is website redesign yet again. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us to keep up to date with our daily photos and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. We're actually going to be pushing more on Amazon Prime in the near future here. We've been working on trying to get it back in stock, and we had some problems with getting the chestnut all sorted out and everything, so we're pushing for that. We're actually going to probably potentially even be putting the Espresso Murdy No. 2 Classic Cut with the standard insert on Amazon in the near future here, so stay tuned for that. I got the first batch of Made in USA leather back today. And it is good stuff. It is beautiful, beautiful leather, and I just really love the way that it turned out. It is better quality, unbelievably, from even our previous stuff. It's got a really nice texture to it, and I love it. So we got that back today. We haven't fully switched over the supply yet, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we can get all of the Made in USA stuff available for everybody. But the hope is to have that transition happen soon. And then we're going to have all of our colors transition to Made in USA in the next couple of months. And we'll do a big announcement, and we'll talk about it, and it'll be the way it is. So stay tuned for that, and don't be surprised if your journal says Made in the USA on the back. So if it doesn't and you'd like it to, send us a message, and we can make sure to see if we can accommodate that. So yeah, let us know. The other thing is I was at our cutting partners today, and we had a great time talking through materials, and I think I may have found a vegan option. It's going to take some time for us to prototype it, sample it, do all of the details, run it through the spaces, see how it looks and everything. But for those of you who've been interested in that, who've brought that to my attention, we may have an option soon. And we've gone through a lot of materials, and I have not been happy with anything so far. But this stuff, I think it might be the right stuff. And that's always fun to hear because I love doing new stuff. I love working with new materials. So in light of that new potential opportunity that could happen in the near future, we've been continuing to redesign the website over and over and over. So yeah, I wanted to talk through about that because, you know, in light of the concerns, right? We've had these concerns and complaints, very reasonably so, about the challenges with our product line. And the main challenge that people have is there's so many options and it's so complicated that what's the right choice for me? And I think that that's a perfectly reasonable concern, right? I get it. If you're new to the product, and on our old website particularly, it was kind of difficult to sort it out. And so come the end of May, beginning of June, I really started looking into how do we redesign the website to make it make more sense. Because when you're an e-commerce store particularly, it's very important to have a really good website. That's your connection with the customers. It's where people find things. It's really your only connection with the customers. So for us, it was important to have the website be to convert as well as it could, and to convert better, it needed to be more clear. And that's been an ongoing trouble that we've had. We had a couple of different opportunities to redesign the website with a couple of different people. There's a lot of people that have offered to do it, but after the situation that happened in May, I've decided that I really want to keep a lot of this stuff close to the chest, and I wanted to build it myself. And you know, I think there's a couple of reasons behind that. There's been a couple of companies that I've interacted with, and I've interacted with some of the leadership in the past, and they've struggled with having outside people build their website. Because when outside people build your website, or even when internal people build your website they're the only one that knows how to do it, it creates this chokehold on companies where they're unable to break away from their website designer. And I think that was a big concern, right? Because I don't want to have my company be kind of beholden to any individual who would be, you know, able to affect things. And a website designer, particularly if it's someone who is not up to the level of speed and design effort that we need, I think that would be an issue. So I wanted to design it in-house. I wanted to keep it close to the chest. We've been using the Wix platform since the beginning of the company. I've always liked Wix. Wix just launched its white glove enterprise option where they'll actually have Wix programmers, Wix coders review your code. They have Wix designers come in and help design your website so it's the fastest it can run on the platform. They've got DDoS attack prevention. They've got 24-hour support. They've got a whole bunch of stuff. And actually, we needed that in light of how fast we've been growing, but also because of some of the cool things that we wanted to do in our website redesign, which I will tell you, I'm going to give you guys kind of phase 1 and talk through what phase 1 is for the website redesign. And I'll give you some hints about what phase 2 and phase 3 are. But this is an evolving process, and there's a lot of pieces I'd like to implement before Christmas particularly, so that we can make sure that by the time Christmas rolls around, everything is smooth and it's a simple process and it's a really cool process. So first and foremost with the website redesign was I kind of thought to myself, what do I want this to look like? What do I want this to feel like? And so I'd been to a couple of websites that I liked, and I thought that they had good visuals, and we started incorporating aspects of that. I liked the big single picture landing page that you see on the website right now if you go to the desktop particularly. And that's always tricky on mobile to make that look good. So that's something we're still playing around with. But the first and foremost thing was being able to say we've got a landing page that's clean and open. I wanted the website to feel very airy, to have a lot of space, so people didn't feel claustrophobic, they didn't feel like they didn't know where they were looking, and they didn't feel overwhelmed. And we still haven't quite got there yet. I'm still working through some of the details, but we're making progress, and we'll still keep working on playing around with things and tweaking things. But so we had that big landing page, and that photo is actually a real pain in the butt to get, and a lot of it's quite a bit. There's quite a bit of work that had to be done on it to make it look that nice in the way it does. But I wanted to get a shot with all of the products laid out on the desk in one nice open format so you could really get a sense of our product line and what your dream desk could look like. Very quickly after that, we got that put up, I actually switched it to a sliding slideshow thing where after about 5 seconds, the page slides over and you can actually see a bulk custom product page where it showcases the fact that we can do custom artwork with no minimums, no setup fees. It's very simple, pretty quick turnaround times and all that other good stuff. So we wanted to emphasize that because that for us is a pretty big competitive advantage, and we haven't talked about it very well elsewhere, right? That's something that I think most people don't know about our company, is that we can do custom bulk orders even if it's just one book, right? We can do that, no setup fees, no minimums, free mockups, the whole deal. And that's actually really helpful, I think, for companies who are trying to figure out what they should get their people, right, for gifts. And so that's a big part of our strategic goals. A lot of what I started this company was to do that, and we haven't really hit that market very much, and that's something. So with the website, with the slide over, that was a hope. And the other thing that I saw that I really liked was the pop-up that comes from the bottom. It was very subtle, and I really hate pop-ups on websites. I think they're irritating and annoying, and I think they get in the way. But I really liked the subtle one on the bottom because it allows you to, as a company, to emphasize something or to create something specific that you might want to point people towards if you've got a specific thing you're running. For example, right now we've got the Holy Bible insert for the metric cut that we just launched, and that's kind of brand new. It may not be easy for people to find because they don't think to themselves, I should go to the metric cut and then go to the inserts. So this allows us to be able to have the link that goes directly to the page and can kind of help guide people to that. So I liked that subtle thing from the bottom. It doesn't get in the way of the overall look and feel, but allows for a functional use. Then one of the big parts of this website redesign was that I wanted all of the major products, all of our product lines, to be shot in the same way, in the same lighting, with the same background, the same drop shadow-esque, side by side with all of the colors, so that you could see and compare them in an open, very airy feel. And I think we were able to achieve that, and that I think looks nice. So that whole photography session was a real pain in the butt, and it was a really complicated time, but we were able to get it all done, and I edited the photos, and I think they turned out nice, and so we put those up on the website, and then it was to a design phase. I haven't finished redesigning the shop page. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on the shop page to redesign it, and I want to put a compare table on there so people can, at a glance, visually compare the products and the features, which I think will help people realize that the purpose of each book is different, and you buy them for different reasons. So if you're looking for a notebook that you can change individual pages out of, something that can hold printer paper, something that you can kind of create your own custom notebook for class or for work, that's the number one. That's what it's designed for. That's its purpose. That's what it's for. The number 2 was all about a journal that you could write your inner thoughts in, something that you could maybe sketch in if you wanted to sketch in a journal, something that laid flat, was portable, was really durable, was going to last, and was also going to be pretty stable as an entity. You weren't going to take pages in and out. It was just going to be its thing. That was the number 2. And the number 3 was all about this functional folio that was allowed you to keep paper and loose pages and potentially technology and some legal pads, things like that was a little bit larger and a little bit more for that kind of purpose. So that was the point. With our website redesign, we're going to work on the shop page to help clarify that and make those points specific and to have the compare tables. And then on the individual product page, the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3, I really wanted it to so that you could visually compare each of the products side by side, because we get questions all the time. You know, what's the difference between a wide cut, a slim cut, and a pen cut or a pocket cut, right? And that's, I mean, it's a good question, but up until this point, we haven't had a place where you could see on a single page all of them side by side with their price points, with the major differences between them bolded, and that's what the website was for. So now when you're trying to compare what is the right choice for me, it's all right there. And that was the major point of our redesign, and we're still working through a lot of phase 1. And phase 1, to be honest, was just an idea of like, let's reshuffle, put a new paint scheme on everything, kind of work the facade a little bit so that it looks beautiful, it's easy to navigate, and has a lot of that major functionality that we wanted. Phase 2 was a lot about, which is still well in development, probably at least a month away, is how do we implement a personalizer so that you can actually see your product change live as you pick different choices, add engravings, pick different paper options and things like that. You could actually see the product on your screen change and adapt to what you need it to do. That's going to be a whole product database restructuring, so that's going to be a much more complicated project. And then obviously phase 3 is the membership program that I've hinted at potentially in the past. And the membership program is something I'm really excited about, because we'll be able to do cool things in the membership program that we won't include in our regular product line. Members will have access to merch, free personalization, maybe even product, like wallets and keychains and stuff that we don't have in our normal line if they're members for long enough. So there will be benefits to being a member that I'm really excited about, but we need to be able to have the website payment structure, the member point system, all of that other stuff, have that be really clearly organized and accessible and well structured on our website. So that's part of phase 3, and all of this stuff I want to work on getting done before Christmas. So we got a lot of work to do. But I like I said in the last episode about website redesign, which was a while back, actually I think it was in January or February, I think a website should always be under development. I think there should always be redesigning. In fact, I think every 6 months, companies should intentionally say, we're going to redesign our website, because things change. Your life changes and the company changes. And particularly for us, the company changes fast and specifically. So being able to have that audit and that time to say, what's our purpose of the website? How does it achieve that purpose? How does the customer experience the best? That's something that we're going to continue to do. So I'm excited to redesign the website. I'm excited to continue to explore it. I would really appreciate your guys' feedback, honestly. Go check it out. Go check it on your mobile device. Go check it on your desktop. Beta test it. Click on links. If things break, let me know and I'll fix them, because there's a lot of different things that we have to make sure still work in all of these redesigns. So that's something that I appreciate, all of the feedback that I've gotten so far, and it means a lot and it really matters to me. So that's where, if you've got time, go check out our new website, play around on it, and tell me if you have thoughts or insights, because all of it matters. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in on next Tuesday for our next topic. I'm going to try to do these Tuesdays and Thursdays. To check that subscribe button below to sure to get the latest podcast right away. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, please feel free to contact us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co, or you can contact us via Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all the usuals. Text, email, call, direct message, all of the best, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if Tuesdays and Thursdays are too long for you guys to wait for behind-the-scenes content or some of this stuff, go follow us on Snapchat. I've been trying really intentionally to put cool stuff up on Snapchat. And so it's our Snap code is Murdy Creative Co, all one word, Murdy Creative Co, no dot. And Snapchat's the best place to follow us for kind of really up-to-date behind-the-scenes stuff as my day goes on. So check that out. If you think you deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community, and word of mouth is still the best form of advertising. So please tell your friends. Seriously, that really helps. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to engage with our growing community, and I want to give you guys what you want. If If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, ask about our book discounts that we do have available. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.